to midday show. Usually we're doing this way late at night in the side hustle here at the studio lot. But I wanted to talk quickly about an altcoin that's mooning because it's very cogent to what we do here on the channel, which is talk about media and the convergence with traditional media and blockchain technology. And so the decentralization of blockchain technology allows for the idea of faster compute, faster localized compute in a sense. And so when you have those at your disposal, ostensibly you have greater and much cheaper deliverability to your clients. Sorry, a lot of work email things are going to be popping in here. A lot of the consternation with Amazon, Google, Microsoft being the top three, providers of cloud services, of compute, of storage services, is that it's quite costly, even for their own services. They have running total cost of hosting an Amazon video is about $7 per video per day. That's Amazon's cost to hold it there in their servers, to allow you to just download it and watch it, as many times as you want, whenever you want. And that's a significant cost, and that's why a lot of people recently were cold from the Amazon system, because they're just dead weight. You're not getting enough views, and I know that's really frustrating to hear as a filmmaker, because you constantly have to be connecting and engaging with an audience. Even though you finished something 2-3 years ago, you're probably on to your next thing, because that's the one that's going to get you a deal with Adam Sandler and working with Happy Madison or something. But it has to do with just the economics, and what blockchain technology does is it can assess by localization much lighter fees, about the order of 90% less. And so AIOZ is something that we've been watching here for a long time. We're here for, I was just personally, this was like an original, Becker plug, it was a big Becker shill way back in the day. But it also had brought in a lot of other YouTubers and BitBoy Crypto. And it was interesting because they made them change their names. So I don't know if there was some sort of YouTube association, but it's interesting. Here, we'll take a quick look. But they brought over a lot about 8-9 months ago, and so everybody got into this thing, and it sort of died on the vine, because I think if everyone's looking at it, and you'll hear two bits of, they're not FUD, I think they're misconceptions about AIOZ. And what's happening now is people are understanding, I think, what they're actually doing. And so the big misunderstanding, number one, is it's a YouTube competitor. No, not at all. Let's take a look at some of the, so they have, just to understand quickly, they're a layer 1 blockchain solution. And so they're keyed in on internet streaming. And so by doing this localized, right now they have about 33,000 nodes. And it seems quite simple to be a node, honestly. I would think it takes a lot of, pretty taxing, hosting videos and hosting content. And as we know, we need this type of interoperability at high speeds in order just to comprehend doing VR. And so content partner rewards, blah blah blah. So here's AIOZ Tube. Now AIOZ Tube is just one of the platforms that they're experimenting with. They did testnet on AIOZ Tube to be like YouTube. It's very clear. They went the extra mile, though, to again get, try and let them load up here. But as you can see right away, there's not a lot of people looking at this. And I think that's the problem with trying to compare it to YouTube. This is the problem with, Theta trying to come into the space, saying that they're going to be the YouTube of blockchain technology. Nobody's watching Theta. It's it's got, maybe twice as many views here, but we're looking at, 319 views 2 months ago, 33 views 5 months ago. And these are probably on the higher end, to be honest. You can see I'm sort of getting a bit of a lag too. So this is testnet, by the way. This has been in testnet for 8-9 months. As you can see, a lot of these. Okay, so is this? Oh, this is great. So Ewan Lloyd is actually, if it'll pop up. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is Ben. So he's just kind of exports, another cut. I think he was doing exclusive content for them just to start them off. Looks like they only did about 6, but clearly it was just like I'm getting a couple thousand. This is probably the most that you can get out of AIOZ, 6,000 views, 7,000 views. This is probably the best in history for this platform. But again, this is testnet, and they brought them on to try and test it because, as you can see, there's still some issues. There were a lot of issues with upload. I had big problems with upload, a bit slow. But this is, again, very many months ago. I'm sure they've improved on it. They seem to have improved on the download, but not here while I'm running a stream, because I was playing with the downloads and they were a bit better and cleaner and faster. And so ostensibly the idea behind this is it's what Theta is. It's what a lot of the ones that are trying to move into the space in this platform of like saying, hey, you can watch this video, and then if you watch down here, the coins reward, you have I have earns, and so right here, so you have 3 ads coming, and if I watch them all, I get 0.0325 AIOZ, and it'll put it up into the upper right there. If I make an account, it'll create a quasi wallet for me, and it'll just kind of track whether I've uploaded and people are watching or I'm watching. And so amazing passive income, the idea. But again, this isn't what AIOZ is about. This is a test net thing on AIOZ so that they can begin to perfect what their core business is. And their core business, what they're going after, is the actual processing, is the actual localization of servers so that they can deliver video super fast, super cheap, because that's what's coming. And I think that's what's pushing the price you're seeing right now, is everyone's looking at the picks and shovels of the metaverse. And they're looking at all the different layer solutions. And here you have a solution based upon the video processing, the compute, and the storage. So they're trying to go after 3, which I think is really tough. They're not a pure play like, which is funny. They were mentioned in this Twitter of Metaverse 4.3 narrative, looking at storage. So having the storage, fill, Argo, and then compute, Akash right there, and AIOZ. Interestingly enough, put on alongside as Akash. I think Akash is such a pure play. Go look and do your own due diligence. There's no financial advice. I think everyone who's examined Akash understands that Akash is so primed and is going to be taking. It's not a big price mover, because when you stake it, go and watch our old Akash videos. But it's gonna stay at about that same price. But you're gonna be making so much money with Akash, based on the staking and based on the future. Ostensibly the future revenues that come. And so, but back to AIOZ, because that's what we're talking about here today, and BitBoy Crypto's face on AIOZ, experimenting in the space, because that was hot at the moment. It was just like, oh, hey, this is going to be something. But I think everyone took it as like, oh, YouTube, but it's not. Again, they're just trying to work out the kinks of delivering video, whether that's from peer-to-peer. Ostensibly, it's all a peer-to-peer network, but it's as you can see here, this pump here is an article. It was kind of a hardcore investing article, and so there's that first pump there. If you've been on this project, you kind of know the horrors that were these days. It was just kind of like a pump. I don't know, Becker probably pumped it like here or something, and so but tracking the project, I think I probably came in about here. And so it's just been a long consolidation. But now everyone's looking at the picks and shovels of Metaverse and of Web 3.0 and looking at how to execute that. And because the video is just massive, and it has to be delivered. If it's going to be, you're going to be in this game, you play this game, you're going to demand that it's fluid. It's going to have to, I'm looking at Unreal Engine processing footage, and it's pretty data intensive. And so what they've done is they've created these test areas. So you have the OTT, which is the subscription service, which is your Netflix, and then they have a TV streaming, which is a bit more competitive with Theta, because Theta is going more stronger to that TV side, because they love the peer-to-peer streaming. They love bringing on the influencers to like just host their videos on the platform, because they believe they're trying to drive traffic. Theta is to become the YouTube of the space, and that's why their market cap is ridiculous, way overpriced in my assessment, because I guess, again, I'm in media, and so I'm very picky and very finicky. I'm a very comic book guy from The Simpsons about sort of, the media plays in the space. And so, but I think what AIOZ is competitive. They're more competitive, I feel like, with LivePeer. LivePeer is doing this as well. And you can see LivePeer's market cap. And speaking of, looking at the market cap here, this is why this thing is so kind of hot and moving, is, the market cap here is 115 million. I mean, if you look at LivePeer, it's about 10x that. And so the ability for this thing to move and move fast is very clear. I mean, trading volume is only $21 million, and that's on a high side today. Look at that. One of the highest points in its history is who's pumping this? Again, every time I'm covering something, somebody's like really pumping this. This is more than just an article. And so when you have these notions around, again, that it's a YouTube competitor, it's just I feel like super wrong. And then somebody said it was a Theta competitor, and look at the market cap of Theta, and it's not. It's Theta is really on a different cloud in a sense, and these guys are trying to be a cloud. Hey, how about that transition? They're trying to be a competitor to a CDN, cloud device network. Did I say that right? Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I do this thing live because I'm going to screw up 1,000 times. You can correct me down in the comments section. But so these are the things of having a centralized sort of CDN of Amazon, Google, Microsoft, even this faster ones like there's Cloudflare, and there's other ones that Reddit and other streaming services have to take advantage of, because Amazon's not fast enough. It's just like Google's not fast enough to deliver those sort of streaming experiences, even in this text and sound delivery media files. And so that's a problem. And so the solution with AIOZ is that it's a blockchain-based CDN. And so you can see advertisers working in conjunction with content creators to deliver into the blockchain system out to viewers. And so through that, you have economy and you have utility of the token. Unlimited nodes. I think the interesting thing here is it's an affordable open source video infrastructure. Open source video. This is allowing anyone to capture. This is allowing, if Paramount was just like, I'm sick of paying 90% more for Amazon AWS, so I want to go decentralized and utilize this. So the media content delivery platform, unlimited nodes, I think is interesting on the other side. I'd be interested just to try this. If you've done this, please comment down below if you've actually run a node for AIOZ. It'd be interesting to see how much processing power that does take, how much room that does take. I feel like it would just take everything. It would just be like one of those dedicated machines, which I have, and I'm really looking to find great tokens to allow that to be profitable, to run the power in a sense, in a mining capacity. And so sustainable video delivery network. Is it delivering on it yet? I don't think so. I think what's interesting is they are, let's just trip balls as we go down this thing, but they are pushing up their MainNet. So they pushed up their MainNet from like Q1 of 22 to this quarter. So it seems like maybe that's part of the drive. They're about to go live with their MainNet. Is it ready? I don't know. I think they have a lot of the relationships still there. Are those relationships going to come back for the launch? Potentially. I think contractually they ought to be. So the high quality streaming, cost efficiency, scale, middlemen for us as content creators is magic, because imagine just getting paid for all the ads that are on your videos, all the all these things. Like here I am on YouTube. I haven't seen a dime, guys. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, because maybe that helps one day. But to get scale is one thing, to actually have a one-to-one delivery service is another, and that's quite powerful for somebody who's just starting out, or you're just starting out with an idea, with a piece of content that doesn't have a lot of marketing dollars behind it. So you have the migration coming up in Q4. Look, see, they moved up V1 MainNet from a few months ago. And so, they have, a solid roadmap of NFT stuff and DEX, which I thought was interesting, but par for the course, honestly, for every team to want to begin to integrate these tools within it as their own blockchain. I was always kind of like, I don't know, but I think because of these projects like Polkadot, that they're going to have the interoperability to begin utilizing and leveraging DEX within their own project. And so check it out and let me know what you guys are seeing. But just want to clarify, that's what this project is about, and this is what the pump is about. It's about the picks and shovels of the metaverse, and it leading to value based upon this idea and this notion of utility with the coin. And so they just have showed ideas of it, like they're running ideas like Theta. Okay, let's take a Theta, let's take the YouTube model, let's put it into AIOZ tube. This is kind of how it works. Look, they're going to go with whatever sticks, but they're trying, and what they're doing is they're utilizing those platforms as optimization test runs, which I think is really smart. And so they've come a long way, I will say, in terms of the delivery of these, because before it used to be really sticky. Let's watch BitBoy here. It's not bad. This is off of 5G though, mind you, so you can see that you can see it running quite far ahead. Performance-wise, this is better than YouTube right now. It really is. So they're working towards refining and making efficiencies within this model, which I think is really super strong, especially at the time in this time right now. So check them out, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Thanks, guys.